Hi, welcome back. It's Thursday, the 3rd of April 2014. I'm just on my way in. I've just been, it's about just after 9, so I've been fasting for 36 hours. And my weight was 13.5 stone, so I wasn't really expecting that much weight loss this week because I sort of ate reasonably well at the weekend. And I've not had any alcohol for a bit now, so I had some wine over the weekend. So that really just doesn't work with a diet. Mostly I try to restrict my alcohol intake to about once a month, sometimes twice a month, but a lot less than I used to. And I think that's quite important. Alcohol tends to affect one's blood sugar. It also tends to affect if I drink, I'm more likely to crave fat, sugar, and salt the following day. So not that I've had a bacon sandwich for a long time. That'd be something that I would have the following day. That's just not very good for you. Let's see where I'm at. Trying to put some sort of structure to the updates and the weigh-ins I'm trying to do a WordPress blog. I'm sort of getting to grips with doing that. I did notice that when I first started I was sort of taking 3 weights, and I think the thinking there was to sort of take my normal weight, so like that would have been like taking a regular fast on a weekly basis. So I'd start on Tuesday night at 6. So I really I would have been taking the weight on maybe Tuesday night or maybe first thing Wednesday morning. Then taking it the following day on Thursday like now, which is really the fasting weight. And then the third weight really should be tomorrow morning after I've sort of eaten, and it's more reflective of my normal weight, just to see the 3 differences. As in my own mind, there's 3 weights. There's a full weight, there's my weight, and there's a fasting weight. So usually there's can be half a stone between the 2, the 3 in fact. So that explains why I was doing that at the start. But it just seems to me that the most important weight to measure is the fasting weight. And to see that come down, as that comes down, you can see that you're actually losing real weight. Plus it's the lowest number, so it gives the most confidence that the process is actually working. But I suppose I'm happy I've got to 13.5 stone. I know it's a slog in terms of losing weight and also in changing one's habits. I think I've changed most of my habits reasonably well in terms of going to more vegetarian style diet and eating more fruit and veg and vegetarian protein. I hardly eat any meat now. What's been difficult is to cut out the snacks when I'm not fasting. So one thing I find I can do is not eat when I fast, rather than like some of the books I'm reading at the moment, they talk about intermittent fasting, which is sort of taking something during the day, some calories, but I find that once I eat that, my resistance to not eating for the rest of the day is quite hard. I think the key is to cut out snacks and then to look at different fruit groups which have got high calorific value but don't have that much nutritional value. And I was doing that through the sort of the lens of the Starch Solution, MacDougall, the diet MacDougall diet, which is really focused on vegan, and they have their food groups, which is like no oil, including vegetable oil like olive oil, and no meat, no dairy, no poultry. Don't know actually their position on fat. I need to check that. Because my understanding of how much fat you should have in a diet is sort of contradictory. Because you need enough fat to absorb minerals and vitamins from the food you're having. But anyway, the idea was to cut out, so keep to the 1 day a week fast, but then to cut out calorific food. So I tried the cheese, and that's worked quite well. Cutting out cheese and all the sort of cheese I was having. I mean, I went from hard cheese to soft cheeses and low fat cheeses, but even so, I was still having a lot of cheese during the week, and I managed to cut that out without that much problem. I tried wheat. I'm struggling with wheat though. You know, it's a habit after a meal to have a slice of bread with butter on it, and we actually switched from margarine to butter because of the trans fats. And I think that butter's actually healthier than margarine now. Contrary, in moderation, of course. But in terms of also the dairy as well, so I managed to cut out the cheese, the yogurt, and mostly the dairy. So rather, before I was having like coffee with milk, now I have coffee with soy milk, and I don't have yogurt anymore. I obviously do have butter, but I'm having less of that. So before maybe I was having 2 slices of bread after a meal. Now I just have 1, and now I'm trying to have none. And also before I was like, I did actually manage a few months ago to cut out the wheat completely, but I was having a processed snack instead, like these crackers, but you end up eating all rice cakes, and you end up eating as many rice cakes or crackers as you do with the bread, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make that much difference to you. Well, it doesn't make any difference to me. In fact, I didn't lose the weight I wanted to lose, or the weight loss is very slow. So I can't see myself taking out oil in my diet, olive oil. I just can't see that happening. I can use less. So the only way to actually get better results, because I could like to get, I think it is achievable to get 2 pounds a week. But the only way to do that for me, I think, would be to do a second fast. So I suppose it's going towards a 5-2 diet. So probably that would mean having to do that maybe at the weekend. So keep my weekly fast to the Wednesday, and then do an intermittent fast on a Saturday or Sunday. That's my thinking at the moment, but I don't think I'm going to do that until I've done a year of doing this. Plus, I'm thinking at the end of this month I'm going to try to do a 5-day fast. I don't know if I can get past 2. In theory, the best type of fast would be a 3-day fast, in terms of getting your system completely clean of any food that's in the digestive tract, and that takes up to 72 hours. So I would have thought a minimum fast of duration has to be 3 days, and as I've got the time, because I'll be home alone, no family to worry about, then I'm thinking 5 days. That's the best amount, well, the most amount of time I could actually manage it, and it'll be an unsupervised fast. So my main concern then would be, because I can measure my blood sugar, making sure my blood sugar doesn't drop below about 3.5 moles per litre, roughly. And my blood sugar seems to be, the lowest it gets is about 4 on a fast. So as long as it stays around that value, then I think I am safe. Yes. That's my update. It is a slow process, and I suppose you just have to accept the fact that if you want to lose weight, it's going to take time, and changing one's habits, which maintain weight, is difficult. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave comments, positive of course, and I hope you have a great week. Take care, bye.